Boom. Here we go. What's up, rock stars? Great to see you guys today. Dante here with you for another amazing Training Tuesday. And I'm super excited for this one. This is a user submission. One of you that's watching these trainings that wants to build, grow, or scale your business, that wants to do something and have an impact in the world, had a question. We love these. I know we talk about it a ton, but we love when you guys submit your questions to us so we can see what you're struggling with. And now we get to make a training for this specifically. So today with me, as always, I have my great friend, Aaron Oberdick, our tech master behind the scenes here at ClickFunnels, and he's going to walk us through pricing inside of ClickFunnels, and not really just the how, because how creating a price is not very difficult in ClickFunnels. We made it super intuitive, but there's a lot of strategy that goes behind pricing, and there's a lot of different implementation that we can do in our accounts. So we're going to go over all that today. Aaron, good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks, Dante, for the handoff there. So
Always.
like you just mentioned, this came directly from a question that you guys had sent in. So I want to preface this with the training. Let us know if you have any questions, if you're stuck at any point in ClickFunnels, or you're just curious about something. You see a feature and you want to learn a little bit more about it. Let us know down in the comments, or just leave a comment after this video if you're not watching it live, and we're happy to cater these trainings to whatever you want to learn. So this question came in and I saw it and I thought this is the perfect opportunity to talk about pricing. It's relatively straightforward, but at the same time, there is a bit of theory that goes into it that I want to talk about. So the question was, I created my digital product in ClickFunnels. I noticed that I can add multiple prices to my offer, but why would I want to do that? So this training is going to be all about why and when you would use multiple prices in the platform. So first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about the capabilities, right? When you first create a product, you have multiple or you can have multiple price points. Different pricing options for that product also exist. So you can set a one-time price. You can also do a subscription price, so you can have recurring payments there. And you can also set up a payment plan. So if you want to accrue up to a certain amount, you can set that up as well. So of course, there are a couple different options there. But Aaron, what will determine what is the price if I set multiple price points, right? So if I have an offer and I set a price for $20, $50, and $100, which one is it going to pull from? And that's what we're going to take a look at inside of it. Now, the price is not determined by the product. The price is actually determined by the funnel itself. So I'm going to show you how to set up a price in the funnels once you have all the prices set up on a product. So now that we understand why you would want multiple prices on a funnel, let's go ahead and get into the platform. So let me share my screen here. All right, here we go. And I am in my workspace. And as Dante likes to call it, the core four up in the top left, we're going to go to products first and foremost. Now, for these Training Tuesdays, if you've been with us through these, you have probably recognized this FitLife performance hoodie, because we did products about a month ago at this point, and we created this performance hoodie. So let's dive back into that product. We can see the name and description there at the top, but if I scroll down just a touch, I can see my pricing module here. So as it stands, this current hoodie is only set at $19.99. So it's pretty straightforward. Anyone that goes to a funnel with this offer on it, they're going to buy this for $19.99. Same thing as my store, right? If I have it listed in my store, it's going to be that single price.
Now, when you say it's only $19.99, what you mean is there's only one price point connected, right? So anywhere somebody sees this, they will only see $19.99.
That is correct. Yes.
I'm with
as
you,
of
Aaron.
right now. And so that's what we're going to update right now. I'll go ahead and tap on this add price, and I'll have a window pop out. So I have a few different options here. Like I mentioned at the top, we have a one-time price. I can also set up a subscription if I so choose, and you can see the options will change a bit. I can also set up a payment plan. Now, for this training, I want to keep it simple and straightforward. I am just going to add another one-time price. Now, currently it's sitting at $19.99. So let's just say that I have a warm funnel and I am sending this off at $19.99 and the conversions are great, but I'm also tapping into a different target audience. That conversion's a little bit lower than what I'd like, and I kind of just want to bump that up. I want to get people into my platform. I want them to see my brand and realize that they can trust me. I want to earn their trust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a price for $14.99. Now, oops, didn't mean to do that. Now, this compare ad amount, that's basically just going to give us a secondary price that shows them the full price. So if I do $19.99, the way this is going to be interpreted is it'll show the price at $19.99, but it'll have a slash, and then this is the final price that it'll show me. So let's go ahead and name this special pricing. And visibility, I'm going to keep it off for now. So let me go ahead and save this just so you can see what happens. And just like that, now I can see I have an additional price tacked onto this product. So right now, the visibility is set at $19.99. This is for my storefront. I just want to make sure that everyone understands that if I have a store, I'm not going to have multiple stores. Of course, I can build as many funnels as I want, but I'm going to have one store. It's going to live in that store for $19.99. But how do I enable this $14.99 on a separate funnel? So that's what I want to show now. Let me head over to the funnels here, or let me, oh, we got it saved. So let's head to the funnels here. And right in the funnels, I have 2 product launch funnels. So let's say this is my standard offer. I have that product for $19.99 set in this funnel. It's going, it's converting, it's great. But here's my second funnel. It's a lower conversion. So I want to just change the pricing, maybe get people in the door a little bit lower here. So let's go into this funnel. And here on the path, I'm going to go down to the order form page. We can see that we don't actually have a product set up here yet. So let me tap in here and I'll add the product. And here's our hoodie. So I'll go ahead and select that. And there we go. We have it inserted in here. Now I can see we have 4 prices. What's going on there? We just set a second price. Why am I seeing 4 prices? So let me open this up here. I can see I can do some override changes, but right down here is a drop down for availability and pricing. And if I drop it, we can see all of the different variants. So this product actually has several different variants, and you can see the different colorings. With the drop down on each coloring, I can see both prices now, right? So I can see the $19.99, or I can say, man, I really want people to pick this gray version up for a discount. So let me go ahead and just set it at $14.99. Now, if you want all of these set at the same pricing, I would just come in here and adjust that. And then the last one here. And just like that, now I have set this funnel to have this product at a special pricing. And that's not adjusting anything on the other funnel that I just touched on, where it has the $19.99 standard pricing. So that is, in a nutshell, pricing inside of ClickFunnels. You set multiple price points on the product side of things. And then when you add the product in your funnel, that's when you can adjust the price to wherever you see fit. So let me go ahead and back out here. Now, there's several different options that you would want to do this for, right? Like I had mentioned, a warm funnel and a cold funnel, right? Maybe you just want to boost conversions. Maybe you want to tap into a different target audience, get them to trust your brand and buy into your ideology. That way they can say, oh, this is awesome. I want to stay here. I trust this guy now, right? So that is a few different options of why you would want to do that. Dante, do you have anything to touch on there? Why people would want to use multiple price points?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of implications for that. You know, you're doing a great job explaining physical products here. Well, maybe I own a hoodie and I sell a physical product hoodie. Maybe I want to have a really special pricing because I'm going to introduce a limited time color. Maybe I'm doing special drops where now you can get maybe my multicolor or my special color I rarely sell, and I can price just that color as higher. I don't need to go creating new products. That's huge, right? Because if you wanted to do that in most softwares, you'd have to make a new product that's a whole new SKU. And that means you have to reset up all of your automations in your backend for the new SKU. Not this way. One product, one SKU, all the pricing and changes. Maybe as a physical product owner, you have an opportunity to work with an influencer. right? And maybe they want to share your hoodie with their community. And maybe you want to make a really great price just for those people. Well, great. We can make that special price point for those people that go to that funnel. We can get really granular with this now. If we talk about the digital side, maybe the expert side of things, who are our rock star today submitted this question for. I have a digital product. Why would I need 3 price points? Great question. You might have, maybe you have, let's say you have a membership. You have a course and you have a community. It's a typical membership as we know it. So you might just have a one-time price. Hey, buy this one time. This is just my one-time price. You might also then want to run a subscribe and save. Yes, we can do this on the expert track as well. Hey, subscribe. And when you subscribe, you'll be automatically billed next year. It'll keep you in the membership. And when you subscribe and save, maybe my one-time price is $997. But if you subscribe, I'll give you my sub and save rate, and that's going to be $897. Save $100 by subscribing. But then, oh man, well, what about the people that don't have the money right now and they need a payment plan? You make the payment plan pricing as well. So they can buy one time, done, out the door. They can subscribe and save, or they can choose a payment plan. And you see this in Russell's webinars. You see this in many people's webinars. In case you guys don't know, PayPal launched Pay in 4 a couple years ago, and that really changed how consumers look at paying for things. It really allowed them to stretch out their credit and their limits, and Pay in 4 is really, really popular. Payment plans have been taking off. Now you can make all the pricing on one product, one SKU, and run it on all of your funnels. It is super powerful, but really, I think a lot of the big implications are in the back end. The stuff that we don't think about and the stuff that's not beautiful and we don't see every single day. Being able to make all these different pricing variations inside of the product itself is huge for your workflows, your automations, and any other back end practices you might have going right now. Massive.
I love that additional context there. You're always there to fill in the gaps whenever we need it. So,
well, it's easy when you pave such a beautiful road for me, man.
I very much appreciate that. Well, with that being said, I want to reiterate myself. Right at the top, I mentioned, please let us know what you want to learn next, because we are ready to cater these Training Tuesdays each and every Tuesday to whatever you guys want to learn. So please drop a comment on anything you want to learn inside ClickFunnels, and next Tuesday, we might be covering it. So with that being said, Dante, anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I don't think so. I'd just like to echo what you said. If you know anything about me and Aaron, we can talk for a really, really long time. And we enjoy doing this. We love what we get to do every day. We love sharing these things with you guys. We have a list. There's 100 things we could talk about tomorrow, next week, the week after that. There are so many amazing things that we'd love to show off about the software that you guys have, but we don't want to serve us. This is not a self-serving for us. We'd love to show you guys what you can do in your account and help you over a hurdle right now, or just give you extra knowledge that you don't have. So I would really just like to reiterate, we work hard to make these Training Tuesdays bite-sized.
Yeah.
Aaron and I could talk pricing for 5 hours. We could build 7 funnels and show every single reason why pricing matters. We really try and make these bite-sized and easy so you can learn and implement fast in the moment. So if there's anything you want to learn more about or do better at implementing, we really would love to hear from you in the comments. Make sure to let us know anytime.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for attending, and we will see you in the next iteration of Training Tuesday.
See you, gang.